Hi, it's Jeff Hershey, and on behalf of Joe Troyer and myself, I'd like to welcome you to the Local Lead Sniper software. This journey started about 9 months ago when Joe and I had a quick little conversation about creating leads that in a way that no one else has been able to find them before, or outreach and contact them and start communicating with small business owners. That led us down the path to the software that you see today, that I'm going to go into in the back office here in just a minute, that allows us to have conversations with several business owners almost instantly in just a few minutes. And what we're talking about is you can have 3 qualified business owner conversations, knowing the problem that they have, how you're going to solve it, and what you're going to charge them for in just the next few minutes. In fact, when we tested this out, Joe put down a cup of coffee, started the process, and he had booked 2 appointments in the first 30 minutes. So what I want to do right now is jump into the Local Lead Sniper software, show you how you can have 3 qualified conversations in the next 30 minutes to an hour by setting up the software, reaching out to these business owners, and starting those conversations. All right, so we are in the dashboard of Local Lead Sniper. As you can see, it's very simple and intuitive to use, and it's really about starting those conversations. So you can notice that we've actually been talking to businesses and have had a bunch of responses, and you can do all the percentages and rates, and you can see that we're working really easily. But what I want to do is I'm actually going to start 2 new searches right now and show you how easy it is to actually do outreach to some of these business owners. And I'll walk you through the dashboard a little bit, and we'll come back as the search runs, and we'll also walk you through how this process works. So I'm gonna do a location. I was just in Austin, Texas just a couple weeks ago, and actually had to find a mobile notary. So we're gonna do a search on that. We're gonna have the software run and queue and actually do a mobile notary search out there in Austin, Texas. And let's just do Pinkless Dent Repair in Sacramento, something like that, right? Let's do Sacramento, California. So we'll do 2 type areas as we go through. As this goes through, you can see it's starting to find the leads, pulling the results. This is going to take a little bit to go through. So what we're going to do right now is I'm actually going to pull up a little bit of a presentation and walk you through how you can get at least 3 highly qualified prospects to reply to you every day with less than 30 minutes of total effort, right? I don't care if you're an agency or if you sell B2B, this will get you in touch with business owners very, very quickly, right? So if you're watching this video, you're probably someone who struggles to find high quality leads, and you're probably trying to figure out, how do I get direct to the business owner? Well, for us as a digital agency, when I'm working with small business owners, it really boils down to what is the single most important digital asset for a small business to have? That is going to be their Google business profile, right? If you look at the Google business profile stats, 97% of people learn about a company online. 8 out of 10, 84% discovery searches are near me searches, and 8 out of 10 folks take action, right? If you look down by the numbers, almost half, 46% of all searches have local intent. 90% of people are looking for information, and 2/3 of folks have used Google Business Profile to find the contact information that they're looking for. When they're looking at these profiles, they also want to know what are the overall number of reviews and the rating of this business. Now, key number here, 39, right? 3 dozen, a little over 3 dozen. The average number of reviews on a business, 39. Keep that number in mind, right? 4.2 to 4.5 is the most trusted. So if they have less than average or below 4.2, I can identify that business as somebody that I can potentially work with. In addition to that, right, break it down by the numbers, the average number of expected reviews is 112. 85% of people trust reviews as much as personal recommendations. So let's take these stats on Google Business Profiles to define who your ideal prospect is. And we want to quickly find the pain point, right? How do you get the attention and open up a non-salesy dialogue, right? For me, we want to confirm who they are, that we're talking to the business owner. We want to make them aware of the problem, right? But the question is, how would you get in front of them? What is the key to getting in front of some of these business owners? Well, the magical number is 8, right? Normally it's about 7 to 11 touches. It can be upwards of 20. How many people do you know want to continue to reach out to the business, call the number, send them emails, right? Trying to get set up, right? Often this looks and appears salesy, and the prospect barrier goes right up. we're going to invite you to use today our Is This question. It's going to open up the conversation alongside of Local Lead Sniper and allow you to skip the line and compress your overall sales cycle by leveraging reciprocity and authority in who you are as a digital agency. Now, if you can do this manually, go out there and the items to look for on Google are this, right? We're looking for some key components. Number one, are they claimed or not? Very simple. If you're not a newer digital agency, this should be like, kindergarten stuff for you, right? If you're a newer digital agency, this is a key factor that we're looking for. Two other big things that we're looking for. Do they have a get a quote button if they're a home service business? Do they have a scheduling button? Or more importantly, do they have a chat feature for their site? Now, this only shows up on mobile, but our tool is able to pull that out for you as well. Next on that is, do they have overall rating that meets the requirements of in at least the window of 4.2 to 4.5? If they don't meet that, that's something we can identify. What are the number of reviews, right? They need to have at least 100 plus reviews. That's the expectation of prospects. However, most barely have 3 dozen. And are they actively posting on their social media? Do they have photos on their profile? These are things that we're looking for as well. Now, when we're looking for those leads, we're looking for the right leads. This is where most digital agencies go wrong, right? You're told by all the other tools, all the other software out there, spray and pray. Just go grab all the leads and just send emails all day long, right? Contact messages, pick up the phone call, drop voicemails, all that stuff. Look, I'm not looking for a corporation. I'm looking for a smaller operation and somebody that actually has attached their mobile phone to their Google business profile, because I want to be a lead sniper. I want to reach out to the business owner that manages their business very, very closely. And who am I looking to talk to? I'm looking to deliver my sales message as fast as humanly possible. I want to be on the phone or in a meeting or in person with that owner as fast as humanly possible. So if I'm calling a landline, typically you're going to get a gatekeeper, right? The office manager, whoever's in charge, you're probably not going to get to the owner. If they have a VoIP number, most cases you're going to be going through some sort of dialing system. If it's a fax machine, it's getting thrown in the trash. We all know that at this point. But if it's a mobile number, I have a way to get to that business owner quick, right? Because your goal as the agency, you've identified some of the problems like we just talked about here just a little bit. Maybe they don't have all of their Google business profiles set up. Maybe they don't have the right number of reviews or the reputation. Or you just want to reach out to them to offer them your prospect, your products and services, right? Your goal is to speak to that owner. So what do you want to do? You want to send them a text message, right? You want to first qualify that you are speaking to the business owner, that they are aware of the issue, and then call the lead. Follow up with them. Pick up the phone, right? More direct conversations equals more closing, which equals more revenue in your pocket. And I'm sure you want to see the exact outreach message that we use. We use a very simple IMO approach, right? This is a non-threatening outreach. It's very simple, and it's the initial outreach message that you send them out. You make them aware, and you offer a solution to the problem. And because you're showing them value up front, you become a credible source, right? This allows you to walk your foot in the door. You also have the ability to do some basic follow-up and go through the process to get them on the phone as quick, as fast as possible. Now, our credible outreach gets results. As you can see from previous testing just some months ago, we were seeing about a 25 to 35% of our outreach gets an initial response. We've seen up to 40%. Some of our users, as you see down below this video, have gotten even higher than that. So you want to go out there and you want to find and contact leads like a sniper, right? You want to find the right ones, not just spray and pray. This greatly cuts down the average amount of time that you're spending daily. If you could outsource an entire team, you would not be able to find this number of leads as quickly as our tool is able to do. And you can't quickly build this list, even if you had an entire team doing this all day, all long. Now, if we broke down that list of 482 that I just showed you, this is from a user. 108 targeted results came back with missing information from their Google business profile, and they have a mobile phone. I mean, how many calls can you make per day, right? Pick up, dial a phone. How many text messages can you send per day, right? How fast does this work, right? This is a timeline from earlier when we were running the initial test. So Joe went out and I said, Joe, go ahead and start your day and start sending some messages out, right? So what he did exactly what I'm doing right now. Is behind the scenes, he's building his list, right? He had a cup of coffee, got started. He started 2 prospecting jobs. And in under 30 minutes a day, you can be doing this as well. Once those prospecting jobs completed, he went out, checked his emails, started those campaigns. As you can see, he was able to get about a half dozen results in just the first 10 minutes. As a matter of fact, within 9 minutes, Joe opened his inbox to 7 new opportunities of business owners that came back, right? Now, we're not having those 3 meaningful conversations quite yet, but he's got 7 new leads sitting in his inbox. Imagine waking up, having a cup of coffee, checking your email, and you've got 7 people that you need to start talking to, right? While he's doing that, a second one came in as we went through the process, and at 10:11, his first appointment was already booked. Started having a few more conversations, and by just short of a half hour, he already had a second appointment booked in his day, right? These are 2 targeted leads. We're talking about having 3 qualified conversations a day. Joe already had 2 in the first 27 minutes of his morning. So let's jump back into the software real quick, and I'm actually going to show you how this entire process works. So you can see that what I've done here is I've got 10 leads and 17 leads in these different areas that we want to go through and just find some quick results. I just did a couple of searches here. As you can see, you've got all of these different businesses. Now, what I want to show you is that you can see that Jim's mobile notary here, the mobile notary here, they're all mobile. I have the ability to search via VoIP, landline, and mobile phone, right? I can do a rating and review search. I can see if I've contacted them, if they've responded to me or not, and I've got some other filters we can add in. The important information, I've got all the business information, their social profiles to include their website. If they've got a Google Maps profile for Google Business Profile, I can see in this case, Twitter, LinkedIn as well. You can see the number of reviews for this business. If they have a quote button, if they have a chat feature enabled, right? The software can go out and pull and see if that's happening. If they're claimed or not, if they're posting to their social media accounts. You can also see Google, Facebook pixels as well, and the different categories that we've got. We can see the status, right? I have not contacted any of these businesses. So what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna select Jim's. I'm gonna go out there, and I'm actually gonna start a conversation with him right now. And I'm just gonna send, I've got a couple of different templates that we use. I'm just gonna send this one, right? This is my IMO approach. Is this the right phone number for Jim's Mobile Notary Texas? As you can see that we already have all the tokens and everything set up. I've set up my account. I'm just gonna send him that message, right? Let's just go through and we're gonna send a couple of these out as we go. So let's go through. I'm gonna send out a couple of outreach messages. This went out, set up. I'm gonna go through, choose a template, and we're gonna send it out. Let's send like about 10 of these as we go. So I'll pause this real quick, and then we'll send about 10. All right, so I've gone through, I've sent about 10 of these to the different leads that we've got. So now I'm gonna go back into my dashboard. I'm gonna go to the other ones that we have, paintless dent repair, right? So look at a completely different vertical. So now this one has Facebook, this one has Instagram, this one has Google Business Profile. So I'm gonna send this to this gentleman as well as we go through. So choose this template, we're just gonna do my outreach one. I've got a bunch of different templates because we've been testing things, right? So you guys have access to that as well. Look at that, I've already got 1 response coming in. While we're doing this live with you, I've actually gotten a response. Got 3 responses that have come in. If you guys see this, I'm doing this live. You can look at the clock in the top right of my computer that I'm showing you guys on purpose here, just about a week before the launch. I'm literally starting this and I'm just sending out a couple of messages. Like I can get this to the point where it's overwhelming for you as you go through, but you can see that I'm just gonna go through and I'm gonna click a couple of these as we go in, right? So I've sent this out. Now we've talked about having meaningful conversations. I've got 4 leads that just came into my inbox from, I don't know, the 10, 20 leads or so that I've contacted. That means that I can start having my conversation and walking through the process. Think about that. If I'm walking through the software and I'm just having a conversation with a business owner, this should be mind-blowing for you, right? So over my shoulder, within about 2 to 4 minutes, I've got 4 different businesses that I can have a conversation with. Now, those are probably highly qualified businesses, but we talked about having just 3 qualified businesses every single day. So this should be blowing your mind as we go through. I'm going to come back on the video here, but before I do, I want you to see this real quick. I just went from 6 to 7 leads as we are going through this process of conversations that we can have with local business owners. As you can tell, both Joe and I are really excited for the results that this software is going to have for you and your agency. We launched this about 2 months ago to our internal list and brought over 400, almost 500 digital agencies into this platform and have had them running it. And you can see some of the testimonials down below and the results that they're getting. It's well above what we're promising you inside of this sales video, on the sales page, because we know that we want to under promise and over deliver. And that's what we're doing with this software. Local Lead Sniper is a complete game changer when it comes to finding, reaching out, and communicating with small business owners. In just the next few minutes, you can have the tool set up, be talking with business owners, and potentially closing deals. As you saw the video through the slide presentation, Joe is able to put down a cup of coffee, start the process, do outreach, and actually had appointments booked in under 30 minutes. And we'd like for you to join us in this process. So we've created an amazing deal on this software that's going to go out. Its price is going to go up after this launch period. And what we want to do is get this in your hands right now. So you're reaching out to these business owners as we start the new year, as they're getting ready to figure out what is the marketing plan, what are they going to be doing in the next 6 to 12 months. And now when you reach out to them and show them the deficiencies that they have in their business with their Google business profile, you'll be communicating one-on-one via text message direct to the business owner. You're going to bypass a gatekeeper. You know you're going to be having a conversation with the business owner, the decision maker right there on the spot. You can pick up the phone and call, schedule a Zoom meeting, go in their office, whatever you need to do to close that deal. But you're going to be having more qualified conversations in the next couple hours than you could possibly imagine. So go out there, grab your copy of Local Lead Sniper right now, today, activate your account, and start having meaningful, productive conversations with business owners that are willing to have that conversation with you and willing to work with you to help solve the problems that they have with their Google business profile. With that being said, on behalf of Joe Troyer and myself, we'll see you on the inside of the software. We want you to be one of our success stories, and we know that you're going to see results if you just start reaching out to those business owners using the Local Lead Sniper software. Click down the button below to activate your account right now and become one of our success stories.